Yo, fake radio, what's good? We back. Got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's good? My name is ChosenisFrozen. I'm an artist out of Ventura, and yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You got a friend with you?
Yep. Yeah, I got the homie Gelato. He's our producer from 4K. He's been with me since the beginning type shit.
So 4K, that's your label?
Yeah, that's like our little group, low key. Yeah, we made a group out of high school. It originally was called UAA, like it was called United Against All. And it was like our little collective. Like we had like a bunch of skaters, we got a bunch of rappers.
Yeah.
Making music, making like videos, promos, just like skate videos and shit. And then like obviously some shit happened. We kind of fell out. And then what people were like left of the group that still wanted to do something, we made 4K.
Cool.
And that was just like a rap, basically just like a rap collective.
How many of there are you in?
So far there are 5. There's homie God Bars, that's the homie from high school. Like we're all high school homies, so like we've grown up together.
Yeah. You went to high school with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is obviously Gelato. He's our producer. He be making some crazy experimental beats.
Yeah.
But we also got Fear Havoc. That's like one of my day one homies. Like I grew up with him. Bro, like came to Agora like freshman year. We like instantly clicked. And then his older brother Karma, he's like one of the craziest lyricists I've ever met. Like bro literally can like rap his ass off. Like there's not many, like I know a lot of artists, bro, and like he can kill any beat that he's given. Like he's just way too real for this shit. So yeah, that's like the group so far.
Bet.
We did have like a couple members like in and out, but like that's like the main group.
Yeah. And why 4K? Why is that? What inspired?
That's funny because like at first that was supposed to be the placeholder like of just like a name because we couldn't figure out one. Like we ran through a bunch of names, but ended up just sticking because there was like 4 of us, and we ended up going by like one of our first songs was called 4 Kings. Yeah. And that was featuring the homie Jado. Like shout out Jado Ada. And that's when we all first like kind of started like really making music, was when like we kind of came up with a name, and then we first dropped that song. We were like, fuck it, it's like already stuck, you know. So we just left it.
I like it because it's like 4K.
Yeah, really. That's been a lot of like names we had to like filter out type shit. But then we were just like, fuck it, we'll just start off with this.
So you're from Ventura, born and raised?
Yeah. I've been I was born and raised in Westlake, but that's like definitely a more like pompous area, you know, like more like retirement homes, like a lot of old people, yachts, shit, like people on their little boats at the lake and shit. But like obviously I wasn't growing up, I wasn't like a part of that, you know. I was like kind of like, obviously I was raised by a single mom, so like I was definitely more on like looking at it from an outside perspective. Like it felt like I was living in kind of like a dream world, you know, like where like my life was like so different from what I was seeing type shit.
I feel you,
But born and raised.
And so how long you been rapping? What got you into that?
So I've been rapping since like freshman year. Like I got into rapping really because of I'm gonna have to pay homage to Capital Steez and honestly Joey Badass, because like when I first got into rapping, like I wasn't with like the trap shit. Like I wasn't really with all like the crazy like, you know, like trap music. Like Migos was popping off at the time. Like I didn't really understand it. And I like started getting into like more conscious shit, like listening to like Underachievers, like Capital Steez, listening to like that Joey Badass song. Fuck, I forgot the name, bro. I'm on the spot right now, but but yeah, like I don't know, I started getting into conscious rap, and I started getting into like A$AP Rocky's, and like when his Pesos album dropped, like I started getting into like all that shit, and then I don't know, I remember listening when Migos dropped, I think it was, I forgot the, I'm so...
First Culture?
Yeah, First Culture, yeah. When they dropped that album, I remember listening to it, and I was like, I get it now, you know, like I finally get that, like... So I started running that.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah, like I've been rapping since high school, like freshman.
Cool.
But I've been doing music longer for sure.
I
was playing like the alto sax in middle school, so I was always producing,
so
making music, playing piano, playing guitar. You know?
And then when did the kind of like more punk, like metal influences, kind of.
Well, that's the thing is like I've always listened like in middle school and like growing up in elementary school, like I always listened to like punk rock, metal, like heavy rock, and that was mainly because my sister and brother are like they're older than me. They're like 13, 14 years older than me.
Yeah.
So they grew up like right when like the punk rock age was like hitting, you know, early 2000s, and like I could always remember just me like riding in my sister's like beat up Honda Civic, like trunk held together by fucking like bungee cords type shit.
Yeah.
And we're just like bumping like screamo rock, and I'm like 4 or 5 years old in the back seat, like
that's
plugging
fine.
my ears because the shit's so loud, you know? I'm like tripping out. But then like that definitely set the foundations for my music. Like definitely punk rock is probably like my favorite genre.
Cool. Alright, so you dropped a new album recently on your birthday.
Yeah, that's the new project called Vitalized. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it, yeah, bro. So going off the names, like I know you were asking me that earlier about like projects and like why like are each of them themed. And like as opposed to like my other music before Centered, which was like I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
I was kind of just dropping music just for the fun of it, but then once that rolled around, like I kind of like really questioned my artistry, and like I was at like a kind of a breaking point. I'm not gonna lie, like I was at a point where I was like teeter-tottering on whether or not I should keep doing this shit.
Yeah,
like
because you dropped Centered like around the pandemic.
Like that's when everything hit. When like you know I kind of lost my job right at that point. Like everything slowed down. A lot of homies quit music type shit, like gave up. So I was like low-key the only one doing music at the time, like consistently trying. Yeah. And like I just hit a spot where I was like kind of just questioning everything, and I was like, fuck, I gotta figure it all out. And that was when I dropped Out of Time, which was before Centered. And then after that, like I kind of figured out my sound. I met the homies, I met NC, I met a lot of the homies in the music group, like that really inspired me to like keep going with my music. So then after that, like I dropped Centered, and each project kind of has like a story within my life. Like for Out of Time, I was at a place in my life where like I felt out of time, you know, like I didn't have any time to figure out myself or like what I wanted to do. So I felt very trapped, you know. And after that, I went through like a lot of growth and like development, and then I dropped Centered because at that point I kind of felt like I had a grasp on what I wanted to do. Like I had like some sort of grasp or foundation of like, okay, this is something that's pushing me to like do my artistry or like do more, you know? Because I kind of lost inspiration. So then after Centered, I ended up working on another project for Vitalized, and that was basically when I like found all the traits that I wanted, or like all the skills or like music or the sound that I wanted to portray. And I like kind of honed in and brought life to it. So like the definition of Vitalized is to bring life to. And that's where I felt like I was at the point where it's like I'm finally like bringing life to my sound, you know, and like figuring out what I want to put out, and like basically just like finally getting a whole grasp on what kind of sound I want to portray. You know? Cool. But there's every project has like a different part of my life for sure.
And we just you can definitely hear the progression throughout the project. So like listen to all the albums, like from one album to the other, you can definitely like hear like a you know audible like progression, like sound. This new one's like just crazy.
No, for real.
It's just wild.
And would you say like the new one has like kind of a dystopian, like futuristic?
I'm definitely like I love like dystopian kind of like cyberpunk, like almost like how do you say it? Almost like imperfect worlds. That's like, you know, like I really like seeing like certain like underground areas like in cyberpunk, like cyberpunk influence shit. Like I would always look at like city grounds or like underground areas or just like super like side streets or just like the street areas of stuff, and that would look super dope, like futuristic, and like it'd have that sense of like, yes, it has that like perfectness of like the future of like everyone's trying to like excel and do shit, but it shows like the grungy realness of like how life can be. Like nothing is perfect, like shit can get dirty, and like, you know, like, you know, that's how the world is, you know, when you look around, nothing's perfect. So
True.
That's what I really wanted to tap into, is like something that like brings life to you, but also like keeps you grounded in the realness of it, you know, like. So that's what I kind of tried to base my project off of, like, you know, bringing that like energy, but also like kind of keeping you grounded within the music. But I'm not sure if that makes too much sense, but.
Nah, that's cool. Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah. And how you feeling now that it's out?
Bro, I definitely. It's like it's kind of like a teeter-totter. Like I definitely feel relieved that it's out. Like I'm finally able to put out my shit that I've been listening to, like, and get everybody to listen. But at the same time, I kind of feel the sense of like, damn, it's like almost like completion depression. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It's like when you're finally done with something and you're like, fuck, what do I do next? Like now I gotta figure out the next step.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
But right now I'm in a good spot for sure. Like I'm happy with things are going. I'm glad with how the project came out. Everyone's been showing mad love. So.
Yeah, no, love the project.
I'm glad.
Did you do the production? Like who did the production?
So Gelada didn't do the production for this project.
Yeah.
He really be doing a lot more like.
But our sounds kind of.
Yeah, my sounds definitely changed a little bit. I definitely fuck with the old shit that we've been doing. I will definitely still rap like how I've been doing, but as for right now, 4K's we're just working on like some like private shit right now, just like trying to figure out what projects we want to put out. Kind of working on our solo shit right now. So
cool. Yeah. And so you produced.
Yeah, so I do. That's actually how I started music, was producing.
Got you.
I remember like making free beats on my phone. Like I was using a free beat app, like it's called Alchemy Labs.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I was using that shit, making free garbage ass beats.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting Jado in my Chinese class freshman year that I failed, and we ended up clicking, and I showed him some like boof ass beats, whatever, and he got inspired, and he ended up started producing, and like I don't know, I ended up starting as a producer, and I started getting away from it a little bit because like. It's kind of like how like most producers go, like producers, artists, like they be making beats, right? But like can't really find anyone to rap on them, you know, or like can't like find any artists that'll fuck with them like that. So they just start rapping on their own shit or trying it out. And like that's essentially what I did, was just like started rapping on my own beats, figuring out my own flows and stuff, and like I turned ChosenisFrozen from like a producer tag and like a producer name into like my artist name, and like. That's basically where I started music, was producing, like, you know, making music, playing the alto, playing guitar, composing my own songs.
How many instruments you play?
So I've played the alto sax, the piano, play the guitar, play a little bit of bass.
Okay.
And like I dabble in a little bit of like trumpet, but like I'm not too good at it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely not like professional. Like I don't know any of these. I don't know scales. I don't know notes. I play everything by ear, and like you know, I play everything by sound. So I'm not like super literate in like actual, you know, music theory. But I know what sounds good usually. So I'll just go off of ear. I usually learn how to play stuff just by sound, like hearing the sounds and just like figuring out keys.
Got you. And especially right now, who would you say your like artistic inspiration is like?
Damn. Well, besides the people around me right now, like SOS Kenzo and NC, the homies, Kai, you know, Dylan Switzerland, fucking Bleach Sun, all of them. I think right now, low-key, one of my biggest inspirations is Slump 6. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, he's a goat for sure. And obviously, like, I have to pay homage to like the OG like underground artists like X, like Chris Trav, Xavier Wolf, like all those like super underground artists that like were back in the day running like 2017, 2018. Like that's what formed a lot of my sound. Like Lucky X too. Like I was listening to him back in like 2013, 2014. Like, and like now he just fucking finally blew up. Like everybody's listening to him. Like I don't know. There's like a lot of music that I can like credit to.
Would you say like Playboy Cardi and Whole Lotta Red also?
Yeah, that's the thing is like I fuck with Cardi and I've always listened to him, but at first like obviously Whole Lotta Red, I was one of those people that didn't really like click with yet, like surprisingly. Like there's a couple songs where I was like, this is hard, but like all the experimental stuff I was still like trying to grasp it. Obviously now that shit is crazy once you get to sit with it. I feel like a lot of music needs to be digested for over a period of time now. But yeah, no, Cardi definitely an inspiration, but I would say more of his like old shit, like Splur Gang, you know, like all of his old music, like fucking Broke Boy, like all these like old hits. Those literally crafted, those were like part of my childhood type shit. Like 2017, 2016, low-key crafted so much of my sound.
For real. Yeah, no. But I hear it for sure. And you got SOS Kenzo and NC-17 on the new project. Yeah, they were here during y'all were here during the NC-17.
Yeah, shout out them, bro.
Yeah.
They're on the project. Yeah, they've been with me since the beginning. Like since I started like contemplating like Centered and like Out of Time. Even before that, when the world ends dropped, like that was my first ever project. Like they were still there, like in the background, but SOS Kenzo, he's been my boy since like we were young, like middle school.
Got you.
He's actually just started to like get into music, and he's popping off right now. But yeah, NC been doing music. Me and him been doing music around the same time, I believe, and. Me and him clicked up because I met Jado, actually. It all comes in a full circle, you know, because I met Jado through Chinese class at Westlake. I ended up getting transferred to that school because I used to go to Agora, which I used to be with 4K.
Okay,
So I started off at Agora freshman, sophomore year. Ended up having to switch to Westlake because I was in some bad shit. My mom wanted me to switch.
Got you.
So I go to Thousand Oaks for my junior and senior year. I meet Jado in my Chinese class for junior year. And then he introduces me to NC-17 and like all the other homies that we kick it with now. And then we ended up going to this lock-in. We planned this like artist lock-in where we all pulled up to North Hollywood at like a huge mansion type shit, and we all rented it out.
The like artist retreat?
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
And for a week we just all labbed together, got to know each other, made songs, made beats, just did the whole thing.
Fine.
And after that, we've all kept like a close connection after that. Just been like tapping in with each other's music and supporting each other. But yeah, honestly, Jado and NC were even before the lock-in, you know. I've been with them for a minute now. So.
And is that where you met Jaden Dante Greer? Where you did like the Cipher shit with?
Yeah, I met him at Jado's, I think it was his birthday, and his first music video when we shot Tactical Nuke. Yeah, his first project, like we were filmed that video Tactical Nuke, and I met all the gang there. Like,
got you.
Everybody pulled up, so.
That's cool. And do you do like the Cipher shit that y'all were doing? Were you doing that like at the retreat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, well, like it's pretty sick because like, so we have it bound to a point where like, certain days we'll like work with certain people, and then we'll switch groups, and then like at the end of the day we'll all present the song to each other and like in a huge group in the living room, and like all listen to each other's songs.
So cool. Yeah.
And like give each other critiques, or like if we like the song, you know, like and like actually work on certain shit.
Yeah.
And obviously if people have like personal projects or whatever, like they can work on them. We have like a set time for that too. So like it's just like a house full of creative heads that are just like willing to make shit, you know. So that definitely helped with my artistry. Like I'm telling you, like that lock-in low-key kind of saved me as an artist, because at that point, like I didn't have anyone around me making music or like inspiring me to like pushing me to make music. Like it was just me type shit. Like I had the homie Gelato, but he'd be making beats, so like it's different when you're an artist. Like not to be like, oh, artists are better. Like producers have like one of the hardest jobs in the world, bro. Like honestly, producers deserve way more respect than they get. But like it's a certain aspect of being an artist where you have to like have it within yourself to kind of like, you know, be like strong-willed in a sense, where like you can take people's advice or you can take people's like input, but you have to have something within yourself that kind of tells you like what you need to do or like what feels right. Like if you don't have that, then people can just tell you whatever, you know.
No, and it's just like coming from someone who also like I got into music through like rolling with like a crew back in Boston, so I rolled with multiple crews back in Boston, so I definitely understand the value of having like a
facts. So you know, bro, this shit it doesn't take one try. Like this is like my third group, you know, that we formed like over the years.
Anyone who needs it, like the most important thing is to have like a community base and not an individual. Especially out in LA, like a lot of people have like individualistic.
Yeah, you need a support group, bro.
So you need a like scene and crew to like come up with.
That's the most important thing, bro, is to have people who truly support you, like not just like people who look at you as an artist and fuck with your shit, but who truly support you as a person. Like, people tend to forget that shit. Like, that people just think this artist shit is just like for clout, and like people just like want to get close to you because of your music. But it's like realistically, your fans, like your first fans, should be like your best friends. You know,
like base support system.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. And is that also how you met GMB?
Coasty? Yeah, bro, Coasty. So that's trippy. I met him through Jado too.
Got you.
So they went to Westlake. So Coasty was like a homie. Like, he was one of the first homies I got to talk to and actually like became homies with at Westlake. Yeah. Cause I don't know other high schools, but like Westlake was really weird, bro. Like, it felt like it was very clicked up and like everybody was like kind of like shallow. Like, it doesn't make sense, but like I would go up to people and like you can normally tell who people are like throughout like who they hang with or like whatever they do, like skater groups, cheerleaders, jocks, whatever. Like, you'll be able to tell their group and who they hang with. But like at Westlake, it felt like everybody was just surface level shallow. Like, it was just like everyone was fake nice to you.
No, I feel you. Yeah.
And then like once you would like turn your back, you'd hear some shit, you know, like or you'd hear some shit like from someone else, and it's just like, I don't know, I just didn't like Westlake's vibe, no. I'm not gonna lie, but it's probably because I went there halfway through the year and didn't get the best experience. But shout out Coasty, bro. Shout out Coasty and Jado. Y'all literally like were the first people who were like cool to me at Westlake.
Yeah, and your song High School Drama, y'all like interpolating another song, right? Like I was like, what is that?
High School Drama. That's funny because like the homie Coasty be making like very different music, a lot more like slow, like more songwriting type. Definitely some shit that you'd vibe to like in the club type shit, you know. So he like invited me to the studio and he was like playing some beats, playing some songs, and like he basically kind of just like pushed me to hop on like that kind of music because I've never really done that kind of stuff. Like, I don't sing, like I don't really do too much of like melodic shit. And when I do, it's more like rap based, you know. So I've never like hopped on a reggaeton beat or like hopped on some sort of just like pop slow jam beat, you know. So it's kind of nice. I've been using like my features as a way to like branch off into music or like experiment in certain areas that I normally wouldn't just put on my page, you know. And a lot of people have been kind of giving me flack for that. Like, I feel bad because it's like I can do so much more different music than I am putting out right now, but I'm trying to keep like some sort of a theme, you know. Like, I don't want people to click my page and then hear like so many different types of genres where they're just like, who the fuck is this? Like, and what are they trying to do, you know? Like, I want to keep a theme and then eventually branch off into other music, or like if it allows me to like grow as an artist and do other genres. But right now I'm kind of just digging into my hard ass bag right now, like trying to put out some hard shit.
Would you say you make like mosh pit type music?
Yeah, bro. I'm like I performed. So we had a show called Codenamed Kids Next Door, and we had the Kid Lords pop out. Shout out the Kid Lords, by the way.
Okay, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. Shout out the Bay too. Everybody up in the Bay making hella noise. There's just too many heads to shout out, but y'all know who you are. But yeah, bro, we performed that show, and I remember it was my first time really performing like my own set. Like I would always perform with 4K or like a group, you know, but like this is my time to do a solo set. Yeah. And I was opening for the whole fucking show, so like I had to like hype that shit up. And everybody like telling me like that set was like one of their favorite sets. Like, and they like, I don't know. I usually try not to like gloat too much or like uplift myself like that high, but it's like when everyone's like coming up to me and telling me like that I performed really well, like that shit definitely like got to me where I was just like, damn, like I feel like I can actually do this shit, you know. Like people are telling me like my stage presence was actually good, and I wasn't even paying attention to that shit. I was just trying to like not pass out type shit.
Yeah, no, for real.
So I definitely think my music's more meant for high energy shit. Like if you're not listening to that shit loud as fuck, you might as well not even play it.
For real. Bro, I fuck with your music. I would definitely describe your music as easy music, because it's definitely my style.
Thank you, bro.
My style.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to bring that like more. I mean, now you see that it's becoming a lot more popular with like hard rock, and like I feel like everybody's listening to Deftones, everybody's listening to Foo Fighters now. Like everybody knows those are household names now. So it's like I think music is starting to get back into that kind of bag where it's like into metal rock, like punk rock, like the foundations of this like music is definitely making like a comeback for sure.
Got you.
Rap is funny, dude.
Yeah, no, for real, yeah, it's crazy. It's the future, love me, if you think about it, like, so we got a game we do on this show. You choose one artist who you know personally, who you've never worked with, who you want to call him out, and then one artist who you don't know, who you've never met, don't know him, and you really want to work with him, like dream collab type thing.
That's crazy that you said Dream, because honestly, that is one of my dream collabs. Is Dream Awake.
Dream?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dream Awake. Shout out Dream Awake.
Oh, Dream Awake. Okay.
Yeah, he's he's mostly known for being a producer, but honestly, his music is probably like the best shit I've heard in a long time.
Okay.
Like, if you haven't heard Dream Awake shit, you gotta go peep that shit right now, because bro is literally a legend. Like, you wouldn't know how much sound this dude has innovated. Like, like all of your favorite artists, low-key, probably got some sauce from Dream.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie to you, but
that's cool.
Yeah, Dream Awake for sure.
I thought you were saying Dream like the YouTuber. Like, I was like, what? Like,
that'd be crazy. Yeah. That dude actually has music out.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, is he saying Dream rap? Like, Dream Awake. I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely peep Dream Awake. I'd say another artist that's in the underground scene right now that I'm really paying a lot of like respect to is Easy Cody Lee, bro. He been doing that shit.
Yeah.
Been running up the underground. I'm not gonna lie, he been making noise for real. So shout out Easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, I'd be like, there's too many people to mention, bro.
Yeah. What about someone you know, like someone?
Someone I know. Fuck. That's difficult. Because most of the people I know that I really fuck with, like, I'm already tapped in with, you know. Like, this is the gang, you know. Like, there's very few people that I really like need to seek out and be like, okay, I would love a feature from this person, you know. Like, I think I'm set with the people around me right now.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's a good like affirming thing.
Yeah, but definitely I'd be seeing some underground artists like Easy Yugi, like Yugi Kun, like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his full name on Spotify, but he goes by Yugi. And like, bro has such a unique sound, bro. There's so many like underground artists right now that are like creating such crazy waves, bro. Like,
you heard of Lottie Ogun?
I don't think so.
Nah,
you gotta put me on.
Yeah, no, I'll put you on. Yeah, no, I feel like you and him could do like a crazy song.
Bro, I'm trying to listen.
He's been on the show too, so he's he's hip to the. He might listen to this. He might.
I'm down. I'm gonna go peep that.
Nah, this is up. And I always forget. You don't gotta answer this if you don't want. I always forget to ask people: what do you have like a favorite song, like one that just like sticks out of you, or like most proud of? Yeah.
Most proud of, bro, I don't know, because that's the thing. As an artist, like, I'd be like making songs and then like years later I'll listen to them and I'll be like, fuck, like I don't know if I like this anymore. Or like I'll listen to it and be like, how the fuck did I make this?
Yeah.
But realistically, I think one of like my most like genuine songs was from Out of Time, and I think it's the self-titled song Out of Time.
Where
like that was just like the most raw emotion I could put like on a song, because I was just going through a lot of shit at that time. So I really put my emotion into that song. Even if the mixing or mastering wasn't great, like I was still learning at the time. Like that song probably means the most to me out of all the songs. Like, sure, there's songs that have way better production and like are way more hard hitting that I would genuinely listen to more than that song. But Out of Time for sure is probably one of the more genuine songs I made for sure.
Yeah. What you got any like shows coming up, future plans? What's next?
Yeah.
ChosenisFrozen?
Not to be named yet because it's still in process, but I definitely got some shows. I got some plans. I got a music video dropping on Sunday.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, dropping at 8 p.m. On YouTube. So y'all should go peep that.
Yeah, no, peep that. This is coming out probably Monday. So.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So.
Fuck yeah, y'all go peep that. It'll be out by the time you're listening to this. So. Yeah.
Right.
Shout out Rax Kills, bro.
Rax Kills. We out here. No, we got Gelato here.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I told you this. You did Distractions off the.
Off Venus, right?
No, that shit. That's my favorite song.
Oh, bro, thank you, bro. Hey, man, I don't hear people say that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I love that song.
I always tell everybody, bro, that was such an old beat, and then she heard it. She had to blow the dust off that beat, and she killed it, bro. It's crazy.
I think the first time I saw her like live, I think she played that song, and I was that's like the time we met, and I was like, you did that shit,
right, yeah, man, yeah.
I love that.
Shout out Fake Radio.
Yeah, shout out Fake Radio. We're going crazy, so Then keep running up the numbers, all that shit. Go check out ChosenisFrozen. Check out Gelato, all these people. And, yup, we'll see you next time. Shout out Jimmy K-Feds and the Squeak Squad. And Easy out.